guys, welcome back to my channel, and today what we're going to be doing is making an Easter grapevine wreath. I'm really excited about this, so let me show you what you'll need in case you want to make this project. Okay, first of all, you're going to need a wreath, and I got mine at Michael's, and it is a 24-inch wreath, and it was $9.99. I love to go to Michael's for my wreath, grapevine wreaths, okay? Then I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It is like an easel, a wooden easel, and it's back there with their easels, but I liked it, but it didn't have a price on it. And I saw one that I wanted to get, which I ended up getting that one as well. It was on sale for $14, but this one, it's adjustable. You can move it back. This comes up or down. And so they didn't have a SKU on it, so my husband was with me, and he asked, always take your husbands for good deals, okay? But he asked, you know, how much this was, and they couldn't find it, so they ended up pricing it off of a very inexpensive one and gave us 70% off, and we paid $3 for this beautiful, very well made stand. And then he just got one of these hooks and drilled it in there to hold my wreath. It's like a, he picked the hooks up at Lowe's. It's a square bend hook, okay? So always, you know, if something doesn't have a price on it at Hobby Lobby, ask. It may be discontinued like this one was. And look in your stores, maybe you could find one of these, okay? So now I'm just going to put my wreath up here. It just makes it so much easier to decorate your wreath, okay? So then you'll need some chenille ties. I picked these up last year sometime at Hobby Lobby, and I just love all the really pretty pastel colors. So you'll need some chenille ties. Then I hauled this Easter sign from Walmart, and it was $4.84. I just loved it. And check your Walmarts out if you haven't been able to find some of the things I've been hauling, because I went in mine the other day and they're putting out all new repeats of what they had out earlier for spring and Easter. So I was thrilled to see that. Okay, and then I was in Hobby Lobby and I just picked up a bunch of their floral. I picked up, I think it was 5 of these, and they were $2.99, but they were 50% off. And then I picked up, I think 3 or 4 of these, and they were $2.99, 50% off. And then I picked this up. I just thought that was really pretty, and it was $4.99, 50% off. So that's the flowers I'm going to be using. You can use them from Dollar Tree. Mine just didn't really have any flowers like I wanted. I was kind of surprised. Then you're going to need some of these chalkboard eggs from Walmart that come in the pretty spring colors, okay? And they were $1.98. So I picked up 2 of these, all right? Then you're going to need a glue gun, maybe, something to cut your stems. And I always use these spatulas. They're great to not burn your fingers when you're putting something down. Mom told me about these years ago, and I've been using them ever since. And then I have my ribbon, okay? And this ribbon is coming from Time Pottery. This was $2.99, and I just love that purple check. It's 1.5 inches wide. Then I picked up a yellow one. I think that is pretty. Same price, $2.99. And then I found this at Time Pottery. I love the pink check, $2.99. And then this just looked so fun, and it was $2.99 as well. So I really loved that. So, and then you'll need a rotary cutter to cut your ribbon with, and then a mat, okay? So let me cut everything off and then we'll get started. Okay, what I've decided is I'm going to put this on here first. I hope you can see it. I'm going to have to kind of tweak what I'm doing. And I'm going to cut this stem off. And I'm going to put it, I may not have to glue anything until I get up into this. I know I'm going to have to glue some of this. And I'm going to have to cut this off because that looks terrible sticking out like that. Sometimes you can wind it back in, but I really don't even want to mess with that, okay? All right. So we're going to put that right there for now. And you can use wire if you want to attach this, and you wouldn't have to use glue. Okay. Trying to get it to where you can see it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the other side as well. And then I'll see about gluing them. Okay, that one has to come off a little bit more because it's beyond my wreath, okay? And I want to make sure that I have this in the center. I'm going to have to turn it a little bit my way because I'm not being able to see right. Okay. And then all we're going to do is just, I want this to just look like it's really kind of wild and it's, you know, springy wreath. So I'm just going to sort of play with this. I think I will glue some of this down. Like I said, you could use a wire if you wanted. I'm going to see how glue will do. I trust my glue pretty well. So I think it'll hold. I just have to get it on there. Okay. And just kind of curve these where you want them. And make sure that's where you want them before you glue them down. I think I do want this one about right there. Okay. All right, that looks good. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, and that's what we have so far. You can see it, okay? Now what I'm going to do is do the same thing over here. I want some coming in. And I want this one going up. So I'm going to glue this one about right in here. And then I'm going to glue it right here too at the top. Just hold it for a little bit. Or like I said, you definitely could use floral wire to put this in. That would work. Just whatever you want to use, really. There isn't a wrong or right way to do this. It's just whatever works for you and whatever you like. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. And glue that one down right in here. Okay. Okay, I'm liking that. All right. Okay, so that's what we're getting so far. I think that is really, really pretty, okay? Okay. So now what I want to do is, I don't want to put yellow on top of yellow. So now I'm going to just put some of this really pretty purple in there, and I'm going to cut it off. This is such a simple little wreath. Okay, and I'm just going to snug this. Try to keep it in the center, right like that. I think that is so pretty, okay? And then we're going to do this side as well. Just cut it off. Okay. And there that is, just like that. I think that is so pretty. So spring-like and Easter-like as well. And if you want to pop some of these behind these, you definitely can, okay? And that's what we're getting so far. I love it, okay? And then we're just going to take these, and some of these have lost their little tips. So I want to make sure it's not this one. Okay, and then we're just going to cut this off. And then I'm just going to sort of stick this right down in here with all of this and just sort of move it around however I want it. That's so pretty, so springy. Okay, I'll make sure it didn't come off of this one. Okay, and then we're just going to do the same thing right here, except I ran into this one when I did it. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Just stick it in the middle. One of these came off. I like that. Just keep looking, making sure you've got your what you want. Then I'm going to take this one, kind of eyeball it, and just drop it right down in there. And that is what we're getting. I think that is so spring-like. I love it, okay? All right, now what I think I want to do is to kind of hide where they're coming together here at the bottom. I'm going to take two of these that have fallen off, and I'm just going to put them right in here, like that. And you see, you'll never know that it's where it came together, okay? All right, so this is coming along nicely. Now I'm going to take my eggs, and you can, you know, put this down if you want to. I like mine kind of just sprawling out. I like it kind of wild looking. So now what we're going to do is see where we might want to put some of these really pretty pastel eggs, okay? Do I want a pink down here maybe? Or do I like the lavender? Let's see. I think I like the pink. It shows up better, okay? So what we're going to do is just, where do I want to put it? I want to put it right. Hardest thing about this is figuring out where you want to put it. Okay. And I'm just going to glue this right in there. I'm going to put a pink one there. And I think I'll do a pink one right across from it. But if you would see this wreath out at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, you would pay a lot of money for this. It would be so pricey. and you can make your very own, and it doesn't cost hardly anything. Okay, where do I want to put this one? Okay, do I want to put this one about right here? I think so. And we're almost done. You can see it didn't take me any time to do this, but it is so pretty. I think that, okay, and that is what we're getting so far. Now let me see, do I want to put some blue on here anywhere? Or do I just want to stop with that? I don't know, let's look. I think I'll go ahead and attach my sign. And then if I decide I want something else, I can, okay? So what I'm going to do is take a yellow chenille stem and come in the top of this. And just twist it. Okay, and I want it to hang down. And I'm just going to take this, and my bow will hide this, so I'm not worried about this showing. Okay, now I'm going to go around here and just snug this up, but I got to make sure I have it in the center. So let me go look. Okay, so we're just going to snug it up. And then just snug it around itself, and you have something to hang it with as well. Wonder if I should have brought that up a little more. Maybe. Okay, now I'll see. I brought that up some. Okay, now I don't think I want this bow on here, so I'm going to untie this bow. Okay, and I'll keep that. You can also use zip ties to affix things to the wreath if you want, okay? So now, for now, I think that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna unplug my glue gun, and I'm going to work on my bow, okay? So that is what we have so far. I think that is so, so pretty. And you can always, if you feel like it's going out a little too far, you can always hook it in around some of this, but we'll figure that out if I think it's too much when we're through, okay? Okay. All right, so now what I want to do is make my bow, okay? And I've made funky bows, tons of funky bows. They're really, truly the easiest way I know to make a beautiful bow, and it makes you look very talented. Even though you're maybe not that talented, it really is so easy to make, okay? All right, so let's see how big I want my loops. I don't think I want to overwhelm it. How big is that? That's a 5-inch loop. I think that would work. And my tail, I want it to be gonna try for 6. I'll try for 7, and that way, if I don't like it, I can just cut it off. So I'm gonna cut my ribbon at 17 inches. Let me put this down. So I'm gonna cut my ribbon at 17 inches. It's really, really simple. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this. Okay, and I usually use wider ribbon, but this time I wanted something a little different. So usually I use, I think it's 2 or 2.5 inch ribbon, but I wanted something, like I said, different. So this is 1.5 inches. So I'm gonna try and see what this looks like. Okay, I think that'll be pretty. And if not, I can always add to it. Because once you make your own things, it doesn't really matter. You can always add to, take away. You can get exactly what you like. Ugh, I killed that, but I got to chevron the ends anyway. Okay. So I'm going to do, I think, 3 of each collar. We'll see. So for time purposes, so this won't be too long, I'm going to go ahead and cut all 3 more of my ribbons, 17 inches long, and then I'll be back. Okay, I was going to show you how I dovetail my end. Let me show you. Fold it like this, and then cut at a diagonal from the wired side, okay? And then that will give you this really pretty dovetail or chevron end, okay? So what I did is I thought I might have cut these a little too short, so I'm going to add 1 set of long ones. Now I cut 1 set of each one of these ribbons, I mean a little bit more than 17, like probably 18 inches long, okay? So that's what we're going to try to do with that. Let me get my yellow twist ties out here, okay? So all you really need to do to make a funky bow is just bend it in 2 like that, and then see how far you want it. I think for this, I'm just going to do a 4-inch, which is really unusual for me, okay? Then all you got to do is just squish it together and then flip this back side so that the pretty side of the ribbon will be facing you, okay? And then some of this ribbon, it's hard to tell, so I'm not going to worry about it, okay? And then we're just going to put this down, and I decided I wanted it 4 inches, squish it together. Now you can either put them 3 this way, you can alternate them, whatever you want to do. I'm going to alternate. I think it really is prettier if you do that, and you just put them side by side. Okay, and then the same for this one. This is the front. Okay, and you just find 4 inches, squish them together, and then this one's going to go, and make sure that you're matching, because sometimes I get a little off. That one's going to go right there, and then what you want to do is just twist this back one around, okay? And that's what we're getting so far. And then this is the last one of the longer ones, okay? I'm just gonna pinch it together here, and it's going to go down here. And all you gotta do is just twist this back one around. And that's 1 set, okay? And now these are the shorter ones. So I think I'm going to make them, I normally never make my bows this short. Four inches, pinch it together, it goes this way, and twist. Okay, to keep from making this, and you just keep alternating different directions unless you want them all to go the same direction. So what I'm going to do for time purposes is hop off of here and finish scrunching my bow, and then I'll be back. Okay, now what you want to do is try to hold on to all this. Pull this around, and it's already slipping. I can feel it. Pull it really tight. And just twist, okay? And that's what we have so far. It never looks like much at this stage. Okay, then we're just going to fluff it a little bit to get it like we want it. I love these ribbons. They're so pretty. And just play with it till you get it like you want it, where you want it. Here they are. I was like, where's my other purple ribbon? It's hidden. And that's what we have. It's really, really cute. Okay, so now let me put this up. Like I said, I've never made one this small. But I'm kind of liking minimal. But I think I'm going to just put this right through where this is hanging on this. And just snug it down. Up in there, and then you can always play with this more. But like I said, I never have made a bow this small. I thought I'd try something different. Okay, I've decided that I do want to put some of these sides down. They're a little too wild for me. I wanted wild, but not quite that wild. You might be able to just put it under here and pull it, and then you wouldn't even have to glue it. I mean, not that it's a problem to glue it, because it isn't, but just thinking, could do that. Just pull on it. Get it like you like it. Okay. Okay, I like that. So I didn't have to glue anything. Okay, here's the finished product. I think it is so pretty. Okay, you can see how it looks. I just love all the colors in the wreath. And I really do like how that funky bow turned out. Even though it's really small, I really do like it. And then here this is coming down through here. I just think this is so pretty. It just looks so happy, delicate, pretty, and very Easter. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye guys.